Ad blockers are the most cost-effective way to browse the internet ad-free, but most legacy media companies like news publishers have started cracking down on this practice by introducing ad blocker blockers. YouTube, which is owned by one of the biggest tech companies in the world, could easily introduce the same restrictions to increase their revenue per user, but they haven't yet for two reasons. Less people than you would expect are actually using ad blockers. According to multiple surveys run by Business Insider Intelligence, HubSpot, and CNET, only about 40% of internet users are running an ad block extension on their browser. For YouTube, it was easier to simply push more ads to the people that were not using ad blockers. The first reason is that it reduced audience pushback and made it less likely that another competitor would emerge to host the audience that wasn't willing to watch ads. From a commercial perspective, those viewers may have had a negative value, but maintaining a monopoly on content meant maintaining a monopoly on an audience as well. The second reason was because of the YouTube ads algorithm. You have all heard of the YouTube algorithm, which decides which thumbnails you are displayed, but you might not know that what ads get shown to you goes through a similar process. YouTube doesn't make money on ads until one of three things happens. The first thing is that you watch an ad for more than 30 seconds. The second is that you watch the entire ad if it is less than 30 seconds long, or the third is if you actually click on the ad. If you skip the ad as soon as you can, YouTube does not charge the advertiser and no money is paid. The YouTube ad algorithm has a very simple objective: maximize revenue. That means it has to show you the ad that is paying the highest rate that is most likely to get you to watch the whole thing all the way through. So if you are wondering why ads have become so obnoxiously attention-grabbing recently, now you know. Viewers that use ad blockers were a small part of the audience that would make a lot of noise and also be the least likely to engage with ad content in any meaningful way, so there wasn't much of an advantage to banning their use. But now that YouTube is basically unchallenged, it's starting to change that policy by slowly blocking ad blockers in test markets before it rolls it out worldwide. This is all a part of what the science fiction author and journalist Cory Doctorow coined as the Enshitification of online platforms in an infamous article he wrote for Wired at the beginning of this year. According to Doctorow, new platforms offer useful products and services at a loss as a way to gain new users. Once users are logged in, the platform then offers access to the user base to suppliers at a loss. And once the suppliers are logged in, the platform shifts surpluses to shareholders. Enshitified platforms, which act as intermediaries like YouTube does between content creators and viewers, can functionally act as both a monopoly on services and a monopsony on customers, as high switching costs prevent either from leaving even when alternatives technically exist. Enshitification has happened to every new technology platform that offered a service that seemed too good to be true, and senior management at YouTube has a fiduciary duty to shareholders to make it happen here too.